he bases his analysis on a strong criticism of unconventional monetary policies in advanced economies that I cannot subscribe to. Then his proposals are, as he calls them, somewhat modest proposals. I can sympathize with some aspects of the proposals, but I will not subscribe to the criticism on the grounds that he justified them. Why? Because in his narrative, which is more or less, well, until 2009, it was all right to pursue those policies, but then to extend them was wrong. And he, in his criticism last year, in a speech where he called them a step to the dark, and when he also hinted at the need of advanced economies to increase interest rates, I think he is missing two aspects, which have to do with the counterfactual. What would have happened if the advanced economies had not pursued such expansionary monetary policies after 2009? And I think the world would be in a worse position than what it is. The second point which is missing is that it is a fact that there is still a negative output gap in advanced economies and high unemployment, in particular in Europe, whereas in the emerging economies, the output gap is much smaller, and so they are much closer to full employment. So in such an environment, the coordinating game would be that the advanced economies would do the utmost to sustain aggregate demand and growth, and that the emerging economies would accept as part of the consequences some degree of appreciation of their currencies. But as Governor Rajan knows very well, when he was chief economist in the IMF, that sort of multilateral attempt to have this coordination failed, because indeed there was never the acceptance of some degree of appreciation in emerging economies. So these two facts are important.
Appreciation of their currencies.
Yeah, right. As one of the ways to adjust to what was going on. Even if we could discuss, and there is academic literature discussing it, that the capital flows to emerging markets were just the consequence of monetary policies. There are other factors and many other papers that shows that uncertainty as measured by VIX or global risk and relative risk are as important as monetary policy to explain those capital flows.